If you own childcare locations and you still feel like you're everywhere, it's not because you're doing wrong. It's because you can't see what's actually happening. Most CEOs don't need more meetings, they need visibility. I created the CEO Audit to help you identify where your systems are breaking, where leadership is leaking, and where your time is being drained. This quiz is a leadership diagnostic. If you're ready to stop guessing and start leading, take the CEO Audit.
Hey you guys, this is your coach, Dr. Andrea Dickerson here, founder of CEO Jumpstart Systems, where we connect childcare business owners with proven management solutions. For today's proven management solution, I want to help CEOs and founders understand how to improve their operations. If you're looking for ways to improve your operations and move beyond having concerns with your team, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Most CEOs don't struggle due to on-site management. They struggle because the classrooms aren't standardized. When your classrooms run differently, leadership has to overcompensate. The CEO Audit helps you identify those breakdowns. The CEO Systems virtual walkthrough is where we activate the classroom foundation, your routines, flows, expectations, and structure, so your classrooms begin to run the same. Start with the foundation and visibility comes next. Book your CEO Audit today.
Hey you guys, thank you so much for staying along with me. I am so excited. For this month, we are at the end of our offer to save on your spot to the Streamline Escape. And I want to encourage every CEO out there that is looking for ways to create their own proven operating system, or if you're looking for ways to improve your operating systems, then this Streamline Escape moment is for you. There will be time for you to have fun, enjoy the environment, but on the other side, you are also going to be able to install the proper model to help your business operate more successfully. Well, all right, go to the website, grab your spot. You will love what you learn. All right, guys, so today I want to make sure that I'm helping CEOs to understand the power that you have as a leader. Many of you have been in networks and circles and in common rooms with conversations that lead to your team being the problem. But today, I want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation that will lead to your transformation to understand that it is not your team that's failing. What's really happening is your leadership model has to be implemented. Many of you have been working with great people. They support you. They're strong pillars. They got your back. You can do more than one business because you know they're faithful. They're going to show up. But here's where the challenge is. Many of you haven't noticed that you are the system. So what do I mean by that? Well, it shows up in the decision-making process. If your team members still come to you for decisions, or something gets tabled until you can give them an answer about it or make a decision about it, then that represents that you are the system. You are the lane of operations. And so I've been there. Let me just say that's not strange in our business industry. That is actually normal, especially if you mothered your program. For example, when you started in childcare, if this was your baby and you gave it your blood, your sweat, your tears, your hard-earned money, and you made that happen, that represents your baby. So when you have a business that you have started from the bottom and built up to this level, you typically are the lane of operations, okay? And let me make sure I'm speaking in context, because if this is your first video where you found me, some terminology I'm using may be abstract for you. However, if you go back through my videos, you'll see where we talk about leadership lanes. And there are 9 lanes that guide an operating system in childcare. And that the lane called operations is where all your tasks that filter in operations should be housed. However, many of us, we are the owner and operator of our business. And so when you have to learn to delegate the term operator to someone else and keep on the owner's hat. Now, owning does not mean you are CEOing, Chief Executive Officer. Some of you should hire someone to operate as the CEO and step into the seat of founder. And you're able to do that when you have the right systems in place. So this again goes back to our theory and our topic for today, that many of you are experiencing where you assume it was your team, but it's really not the team, it's your leadership model. So I have my handy dandy notes here with me, and I'm going to talk about 3 key points that will help you transform your thinking and really adapt a new model of improving your operating systems. Number 1, if your directors can't move without your approval, you haven't set the clear leadership model. When you set a clear leadership model, individuals will know their authority and know their lane and know in which they have the capacity to operate. Let me give you a little story. So when I discovered that I needed to improve my leadership model, I too was traveling, coaching, and mentoring, had a nanny agency, multiple childcare sites, and so my time was needed in many areas. And therefore, I needed to figure out how could I stop being the person to make the decisions and empower my team. So I empower my administrators and my enrollment team to have authority when it comes to enrollment. They could make authority on and knew how to set discounts, offer rates, offer fast action opportunities because I empowered them in their lane. And then I also had someone working in collections and over our finances. And so whenever there was a decision that had to be made, if a parent could make a payment at another day or bring their children, even if they still owed for that week, they were given the power to make that type of decision. And the way they were able to is because every decision came with a threshold. Once the situation reached the threshold, then after that, there was an escalation moment. So you have to now set authority for each of your departments that they have where they can make authority up to this threshold. And once they've reached their maximum capacity, what happens during the escalation process? And this freed up my team. Number 1, they could be creative. Number 2, they can feel as if they were personally servicing my clients and they were saving face. Like, so whenever something they needed from a parent at their parent, wherever my parent worked, they had built that relationship because there was power and authority in their lane. So if your directors aren't given threshold authority and then escalation indicators, do that. That is going to change the game for you. All right, and then number 2, execution slows when you're unavailable. And we started out talking about that. And so productivity happens when confidence is installed. Not just the confidence of I feel good about myself, the confidence of knowing how to do your role. When a person can fulfill their role, they are empowered to make it happen and get it done. For example, one of the things about my brand is that we are a strong execution brand. And that means we go into facilities and we install the foundation system. That's who we are. That's what we do. And we can take a childcare program that has years of disorganization and dysfunction and within 3 days transform you into having an organized facility, from your classrooms to your office to your kitchen, whatever departments you choose. We can go in and make that happen. Now, the reason why is because we know how to execute. There's no lanes preventing us from execution because we understand it. We know the system. We have a model. We have a framework. We have a way that we do things. And so, boom, we get it done step by step, phase by phase. So whenever your team members are not supplied with the framework, with your documents, with your step-by-step processes and understanding of your system, they slow down. So the most important step that you could do is to create a leadership model that supports them learning and growing so that they can become empowered to execute. All right, and then here's number 3. Once you notice that you are tired because you're functioning as the system, then that is where two things happen. Number one, you disengage. Typically, when you get overwhelmed and you feel like this is too much, you disengage. And then number two, you start reading signals incorrectly. What that means is you'll start looking at your team members asking you questions as their lack of knowledge or lack of ability. And it does not mean there's a lack of knowledge per se and a lack of ability, but there's a lack of clarity because there's no training system in place for leaders. So you have to understand the power of, it's not my team, it's my leadership model that needs transformation. It's the way I train my team, it's the information I give my team, it's the structure that I provide my team, it's the ascension program that I provide my team. And I'm just trying to make sure that you understand that once you transform this part of your business, you're going to see a transformation happen in your team. So installation is the next question. You should be asking, how do I make that happen? So I'm a big fan of saying, hey, just take this system and go. I mean, I used to be, but that's not what I want to say today. I want to say, get around the right people who are installing operating systems in their business, and you will see how your mind shifts, your desire to operate on a higher level will shift, and the information that you consume will definitely shift. And how does that happen? Well, we're doing it for our team and those of you that purchase a ticket to come to the Streamline Escape. We're doing it live in person, 2 whole days of luxury, excellence, exclusivity. And it's going to impact your program in a beautiful way. It's going to make sure that you are empowered to succeed as a CEO. You know you got to get away because this type of installation doesn't happen when you're so busy with the same day-to-day. So be sure to go to www.thestreamlineescape.com and grab your spot today. Or you can click the link down below in the description box. Now, if I've said something today that you're not really clear about, be sure to ask me in the comment section below. That's exactly where you're going to find me. That's exactly where I provide data and information for CEOs just like you. You'll be talking directly to me. My team does not manage that part of my organization. That is me. So I'd love to answer you. Ask your questions below. And remember, as always, if you manage the childcare business that you love, you will love the childcare business that you manage. Bye, you guys.